I love hosting people over our home. I want and I focus on my guests having a super great experience and feel super comfortable and welcome. I want my attention 100% devoted to them while they're here. And I hope to accomplish once they leave the house that they feel in a better mood than they came in. Over the years of my life, I've had a lot of experiences being invited over to somebody's house and me being a guest. And through those experiences, I've jotted down specifically what those people did that was good and what was bad and I didn't like. And now I developed this roadmap to do where it's like a hobby of mine to have people over and start planning. Starting a couple of days before they come home, jotting down lists of things and crossing things out, and already pre-planning on what we're gonna cook and what we're gonna serve. For your guests to have a great time, you have to take out the possibility of any stress that they might have coming to your house, especially if this is their first time coming over. They don't know the area. Obviously, you live here, you live there, so you know the area like the back of your hand. You have to have a wide selection of drinks, music, food, and entertainment. Provide ease of parking if you're in the city, and if you live in the city, parking is like a commodity where there's not a lot of parking, so you don't want your guests to have to stress over that. When it comes to hosting, I like to have my time in focus on the guest. So what I tend to lean on is I like to have maybe one or two over at a time. Preferably if it's a couple, I'll just have them over. Because once you start adding more people into the mix, it's hard to talk without dividing the time and all that. And I kind of stress about it. So having less people allows me to fully catch up. If you invite so many people over, it's hard to please that many more people. But there's been a couple times where I've been a guest. They've offered cold sandwiches. That for me is a no-go. I don't like that, right? I like to feel if I'm getting invited over that you took the time to cook. You took the time to prepare. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel welcome. So I tend to flip that over whenever I'm hosting. And I'm not just going to go to the grocery store and buy some cold sandwiches and just be like, oh, hey, there you go. Dig in. No, not good. My experience, the best hosts have been Mexicans and Brazilians. They're close. They're pretty close. I mean, I'm Mexican. When my mom hosted my friends over, she's there cooking. She's not offering cold sandwiches. Brazilians, on the other hand, they're also cooking, and they don't like to take no for an answer. So they always have food cooking, it's fresh. They have all the alcohol that you can drink. They're very warm. They seem happy to see you. It's a close tie there. Mexicans, Brazilians, hands down, best host. Planning. What are you gonna cook? If you're not good at cooking, you can actually order in actual food, store it in the oven, and take it out whenever your guests show up. It's the thought that counts, right? But again, no cold sandwiches. What type of drinks are you gonna have? Are these guests drinkers or are they non-drinkers? If so, plan ahead. When it comes to music selection, you want to start low first, not 0 to 100. Good classical music, maybe a piano in the background would work fantastic. But I know what you're thinking. My guests would love if I played this song. My guests would love it if I played that song. It's a classic music. Come on, I gotta receive my guests with this next song. Who wouldn't just show up to a new house and they hear this song and turns up? But now see the difference between you playing classical music or piano in the background just to ease it in. Because when your guests come in, you want to have just a simple white noise in the background so they feel more comfortable. Sort of whenever you walk into a spa, right? As soon as you hear that spa music, you start relaxing, you start getting ready. So definitely having some piano music in the background is nice stuff. Another thing, guys, make sure you have extra chargers, and not only, of course, iPhones. You have Apple Watch charger. We have Android chargers as well. So it's USB-C and the normal one. That way your guests, in case they need to charge, you obviously help them out that way. Post meal, what is there to do? Do you have a backyard? Do you have a patio like us where you can host people? We have a good fire pit right here that we love turning on, especially in the winter and in the summer too. Keeps away mosquitoes. It's amazing to come out here and chill. Guests that you barely know, it's good to text them and ask, hey, do you have any food allergies? Parking. If you're in the suburbs, more than likely you have nothing to worry about when it comes to parking. But if you're in the city, parking out here is like a commodity. I like to not have my guests have to worry or have stress about anything when they come over. So I tend to map out exactly where they would park. I send them a picture, be like, hey, it'd be great if you can park here. Or push comes to shove, if there's no parking here, I'll take my car out of the garage and park it down the street somewhere and tell my guests, hey, just come here, just come park in my garage and you're good to go. Getting here. Is there a security gate they need the gate code to get into? Make sure you communicate with that. Once you send them all that information, it'll be a nice touch to receive them outside. I tend to look outside the windows. We have big windows on ours. I tell them where we want them to park. It's right in front of us, and I have a clear view. So once they show up, I immediately walk out, open the gate for them, and have a warm hug and receive them well outside, and then walk them inside. Temperature, make sure it's set comfortably. If it's hot outside, I like to keep the AC between 72, 74. If it's cold outside, I tend to want to keep it between 73, 75. But you can juggle it here and there. Make sure your guests are very, very comfortable. Guests arrived. Walk your guests inside. Go over the house rules. For example, us, we take our shoes off. We don't walk with shoes inside the home. It's good to grab coats. If it's cold, if you have a hanger somewhere, hang them up for them. And right off the bat, I strongly suggest you do a house tour. Remember, they don't live here, right? They're your guests. So they get to see your house. They get to see there's no kukui hiding somewhere, right? They get super comfortable when you walk them through the house and show them around. Because at times I've been invited and there was no house tour, and I just felt like, oh, am I not supposed to go into that room or this room? Or with the house tour, not necessarily that they're going to go and venture out, but they'll be able to feel way more comfortable. Show them the guest restroom, show them any guest beds, show them master bedroom. If there's any projects that you recently did, I take a picture of everything. It'd be good to actually show them something that you did. Like I recently added floating shelves in our laundry room. I show them pictures of before it was built so that they can see the difference, and it gets them in the mind, gets them a little bit more excited to see your house, right? It's amazing when somebody builds something out of nothing, and you can show them the befores and after. Guest restroom is really, really important to show them which restroom they're going to be using. And make sure you have all the toiletries there. Make sure you have hand soap, towel for them to dry, and extra toilet paper there, just in case, because it's super embarrassing on the guest side to have to ask for any toiletries. Drinks, ask them what are they in the mood for, what are they craving. Make sure you have a wide selection of drinks, just in case it comes out very impressive. They're like, oh, hey, I want some rosé. Do you have some rosé? Boom. There it is. I want some white wine. I want some red wine, Cabernet. Or I want a Topo Chico or Topo Chico Seltzer. Or I want an old fashioned. Bonus points on that if you are going to make a old fashioned, to make clear ice with that. If your guests don't drink, that's okay. Offer them some water, soda water, whatever they're in the mood for. Okay, after the house tour, after offering them drinks, it's now time to catch up. They got a good view of the house. They walk through the house. They might have some questions about when was it purchased, or what are the next project. This is a time where you guys have banter back and forth. You guys discuss back and forth, ask questions. On my end, I prefer asking questions than having the spotlight on me and me having to talk. I love asking questions and furthering on that question, right? And then maybe every now and then throwing a joke, cutting them out and then throwing a joke. But then if you're going to do that, you just have to remember where you cut them off so you can go back to the conversation and ask them there. Appetizers. My wife makes this amazing guacamole. and it's been 10 out of 10 favorite of all our guests. We have separate chips that, in case our guests prefer different type of chips. Make sure to always keep constant eye out for whenever your guest needs refill. Most guests don't want to bother, so they're gonna wait. As soon as you see them low, make sure to fill it up. Main course, after 30 to 60 minutes, ask if your guests are hungry, if they're ready to eat. Might be too soon, might be perfect time, but have the feel for them. The appetizer is a great idea to have, but the main course is also what's going to be taking it up another notch. Please don't offer cold sandwiches. Don't do that. Our main course that we love to offer is the shrimp ceviche that my wife came up with. It's to die for. It's really really good. We have different tostadas as well. Like I stated, we have soft tortilla. We have tostadas. So that way, in case our guests are wanting to make more tacos than eating in tostadas, perfect. We have that. Another key to it is tell your guests that we have to finish the food. We can't have any leftovers to encourage them to eat more. So that way they feel comfortable. They don't feel like, oh man, I already ate 3 plates. No, no, no. Just be like, hey, we have to finish it. Just go ahead, eat it up. Post main course. This is now a great chance. They might want to wash the dishes. Don't let them. Just be like, hey, leave them there. Now what you can do is you can offer them to maybe play some board games or take it out in the backyard patio. And now it's a good time to start playing music, the good music, not the classical piano. Now it's a good time to turn up. It's good to ask your guests what kind of music that they like. If you know a couple songs that they like, play those. And I'm sure they're going to feel right at home whenever they hear those songs. We have a fire pit here, and we tend to open the windows and just have the TV playing, blasting good music. We have the fire on, and we just chill here, and we just keep catching up, keep drinking, keep enjoying, keep having a good time. Another one that another couple has showed me is board games. Now I'm not talking about Monopoly. I'm talking about like Chinese checkers, something that won't take too long. Suggest if they want to do that. It's good to be a little bit competitive between each other. It sets the mood while you're serving more drinks. When it comes to music, I love YouTube Premium because obviously there's no commercials, right? And then YouTube Premium actually shows the music video that goes with that. And what you can do is you can actually sync it with your phone so you can queue up the next songs. And what I like to do is offer my guests and be like, here, why don't you queue up more songs, other songs that you like? And that makes them feel super comfortable and super chill. And we're just there talking, discussing, laughing, having a good time. Time to sleep. If you can, and if you have a spare bedroom, I highly, highly recommend that you insist that they spend the night. Drunk driving is bad. If you have the space, offer them the bed. Make sure you have extra toothbrushes. Make sure you have clean sheets, clean towels, extra shampoo, conditioner, body soap. That way they're able to be comfortable to spend the night. My wife's ceviche and guacamole will be in the description below. Congratulations, you became an awesome host. Now people will hear about how you host, come over to your house, and you can do it all over again. Feel free to comment anything that I missed below. I would love to hear other ideas that I might have missed that I can add to my game to become a better host. Cheers.